Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at FOMO Hollow One deck in timeless format. So the card that we're going to be taking a look at today is Fear of Missing Out, aka FOMO. Cannot be missing out on this card, right? So what is this card and why is it instilling fear of missing out to us? Well, this is a 2-mana enchantment creature with a 2/3 body. Immediately, that's incredible. Because in a deck such as ours, where we're playing Dragon Ray Channeler, if the fear of missing out does go to the graveyard, that is 2 card types that is adding to our Delirium count, and that is also going to benefit our Nethergoyf as well. But besides that, this is also a card that fills up the graveyard by looting a card, which is great because this is a Hollow One deck, so discarding a card does reduce the cost of our Hollow One by 2, which is exactly what this deck is looking to do. We want to be able to cast the Hollow One for 0 or 1 mana, and then attach our Detective Phoenix, giving it haste. But let's say if the Delirium is in effect. Well, the FOMO here says, attacks for the first time each turn. If the Delirium is active, you can untap target creature, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. So let's say Fear of Missing Out is already on the battlefield, and then the next turn, you Faithless Looting, play the Hollow One for 1, and then Detective Phoenix bestow on the Hollow One. That is 12 damage from just Hollow One attacking, and additional 2 damage from the Fear of Missing Out. So this is a card that is going to give this deck very explosive turns. So I'm pretty excited to try this card out. And with that said, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. This one looks a little bit fishy. But I'll, you know. Okay, so this is oh, this is a Belcher combo deck. I do need that. Well, since I can't really target my opponent anyways, so let's just do this. Wishclaw Talisman. We're gonna be losing next turn. So how do we, like, kill my opponent as fast as possible? Like, it has to be something along the lines of, like, fear of missing out, being on the battlefield, right? Yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna win. If I had a 1-drop, I think it might actually have been possible, but if I go Faithless Looting, that's 2 cards. Play this for 1, and then we draw land, and then Phoenix. 14 damage. Can we win here? Okay. Ah, it's a channel. Darn, we were about to win too. That's insane.
This is for our protection.
I can't believe it. All this came down to the fact that we didn't have a 1-drop. Because they wouldn't have made this play if we had a 1-drop. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. We actually almost won there, believe it or not. That's a bit unfortunate that we lost that one. Lucky again. Didn't even have to mulligan. So the loot monger actually doesn't work here. Yeah, the loot monger doesn't work here, so let's go ahead. Get rid of a Dotsies. So how does this work? Do I get an additional turn? Like an extra turn? Nice. Okay. Let's hope they don't have, you know, Leyline of Sanctity again without having to mulligan. It can't happen 3 times in a row, right? Oh, man. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Must be nice, you know, must be nice. Oh, boy. I think I might actually have to bolt myself. Actually, no. They're gonna sacrifice their own Leyline Binding, right? I mean, Leyline of Sanctity? But that doesn't work against the Sanctity. I mean, I do less damage by doing this, but there is a better chance that the Disruptor Fluid can have a better value by doing this. Let's call Karn.
I advise that piece by piece, our victory will come together.
To kill the Karn or go face? That is a question. I'm gonna kill the Karn.
Our coalition has seen better days.
Okay. They get 4. That comes in tap. Do I have to discard a card? It says discard a card, then heist. So I'm forced to discard a card. Creature. Oh, there you go. Again. Am I dead? No? Okay. Wait, what? Enters, comma, discard a card, comma, then heist. But it didn't do any of that. What? I'm confused. They have a Fel the Profane. That is very annoying. Okay, creature, artifact, land, sorcery. Demonic Tutor. GG's. We actually just kind of dodged the bullet that game, honestly. A Yorion. What in the world? An energy Yorion deck. Really? I kind of want that. Ooh, I kind of want that. I kind of want that. I think I'm gonna Mishra's Bubble them in hopes about getting a 1-mana interaction spell here. Sigh. Wait, if I kill this, it's actually so bad. Because they only have ether hubs. Hmm. Okay. What a card Nethergoyf is. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't want to fire this off early. They're gonna get rid of a Faithless Looting here for sure. That's so good. Oh, man. That's not bad for me. It's a free attack. Actually, is it? First strike, first strike. And then they can sacrifice one creature. So it would still be a 1-for-1. Okay, that's my bad. I shouldn't have attacked here. They know it too. It's not like the biggest problem that we have, but it is still mildly annoying. Pass again. I let that go because it's gonna make it harder for them to cast the Yorion there. It might actually be the Giver of Runes that I need to kill actually. Perfect. So many targets that I actually need to kill. I think it actually might be a Giver of Runes that I have to kill. Okay. So even if I escape Bestow the Phoenix, I can't really make them block with the Yorion. Oh, that does change things quite a bit though. Attack. That early Nethergoyf play was really bad attacking with the Nethergoyf, but got him. A little tricksy land after combat. I intentionally played the Dragon Ray Channeler and only leaving up the swamp, by the way. Ah, that's good. Okay, let's have a Pyroclasm. Copy of a Stone of Eric. Now the thing is, they're playing Yorion, which does make the deck a bit more inconsistent. So I'm not even sure if I should even board in a Stone of Eric, to be perfectly honest with you. I think this is it. We'll go down on maybe like a Fear of Missing Out. Oh, I can go down on Thoughtseize actually. Perfect. Got up Souls. Do I want that? Hard to say, actually. I'm gonna say no. Should I grab a mountain in case we draw like a lightning bolt or unholy heat? Okay, that's a lot of faithless lootings. I'm gonna grab a swamp. Since they could be playing a Bowmaster in that deck. A Johnny. Grab a Lightning Bolt. Ooh, that's a strong one. Yeah, that's a problem. Blage is a problem. A lot of lands coming down. Swords. They're gonna be able to escape the next turn. We're gonna need to draw our Graveyard Hates. If not, we are in big trouble. Okay. I mean, at least we can kill it. That's all that matters, right? Double Lightning Bolt. It's pretty hefty sum, but there it is. Two, 4, 5, 6. I'll leave this for Faithless Looting. Yikes. What an unbelievable combination. You're missing out. Yorion coming down next turn. Man. I don't think I can attack with the Hollow One. Not anymore. Maybe me using like double Lightning Bolt on the Flage was a mistake. I should have just blocked it with the Hollow One. They just drew a 3 damage spell. That's insane. I think I still have to block because I can make them waste the turn and not play the Yorion. Let's do it like this. And no attacks. Escape the Phoenix. And then have it as a blocker. Galvanic Discharge. Lando. No attacks. The thing is, I can't actually kill the Oslo Pride right now because if I do, they're just gonna be able to escape the Blage. Oh, thank God. So we can Galvanic Discharge the Oslo Pride and then Unholy Heat the Flage. So now they escape their Flage, kill the Lootmonger. Okay, I'll have to just Unholy Heat the Flage immediately now. Immediately then. Static Prison! I should have done the discharge first. Oh, man. Why am I making these stupid mistakes? Loonmonger creates a treasure. Yikes. That's a yikes. I'm making a lot of mistakes this game. I don't know why. I think they got this though. The just infinite flage is just insane. I can't deal with it. So let's have a hearse this time. Go down on Mishra's Bauble. Gosh darn it. The infinite flage. I don't know how their deck is so consistent. It's kind of unreal. Yeah, my opponent's making it super consistent. Let's have that up. Not really gonna do anything though. Because our creatures are just so fat. A lot of lands on top. Bring the Giganta back. That's not good. The lightning bolt's not gonna kill it. Play that out. I think my opponent has a lightning bolt. I think we just pass here. Or should I just... Should I just go? Should I just go in? It's 4 damage. Yeah, it's 4 damage. I think I'm just gonna go in. Five damage. Oh, they stole an unholy heat. That's what they stole.
May our axes strike as one.
I wonder if they actually know about this interaction. Seems like they do. Just keep attacking. Keep attacking. Okay, sure. Another Ajani off the top.
Nothing.
Nice. Turn 2 Hollow 1. Bobble? No way. Same deck. Bobble though. So Phoenix to the graveyard. And another Blood Crypt. Nether Goyf. Let's attack first. If they have a fatal push, this lightning bolt. Okay, never mind. Nice. Bowmaster. Sure. My Nether Goyf is already 5 and 6. Cameo.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
Wow, they already have a treasure cruise mana? Wait, this doesn't do anything. It's just gonna die.
This is not just a battle of arms, but of ideas. Use your words.
I mean... I guess they're alive because of that? Spell Snare. What are they playing? Why are they playing? It's a control, it's a Demir control, but they're playing without the Loris? Are they playing the Oculus? But I feel like if you're playing Oculus, you wouldn't have a treasure cruise though. It's so awkward. Okay, bum. Purse in, flute in, Thoughtseize in, get rid of a FOMO, -1 Mishra's Bauble, Faithless Looting, and cut a hollow one. Might actually want, instead of a Bolt, might want Shaldr's Edict as well. I can't play out the hollow one, but I have a Thoughtseize plus into an Unlicensed Hearse. I feel like that's actually still good enough. What? I mean, okay, respectable. I think I'm gonna play this one out. Ooh, Disruptor Flute. My opponent tops it. Into a Thoughtseize. In this matchup? Interesting. I'll go Fear of Missing Out first. I'll go Disruptor Flute. That is a 6/7 Nethergoyf. What is going on with that creature? Like, seriously. Immediate Fatal Push. Oh, it's a Surgical. So what should I do? Should I Bowmaster? Should I Bowmaster or Hearse? I feel like Hearse is so much better here. Yeah, I feel like Hearse is pretty amazing. I don't think I want to take... Do I want to take 3? Short. Interesting. They're forcing out a Bowmaster. I'm gonna have to leave up the Unholy Heat for something else. Because it's obvious that they play Oculus in that deck. Since they're not playing the Eye. Spell Pierce proof? In case opponent draws into... Psychic Frog. Not gonna do anything. I think we won. I kinda wanna play like another unlicensed first. Right? But I just don't know what to do. Wow. Smart. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. So played a couple of games today. I wanted to actually include a game where I lost, and I thought it was a good game, but I decided not to include it in because not only was it a 40-minute long game, but there was that one incident where I was about to win the game, but I made a pretty crucial mistake. It felt very, very bad. I had a land in my hand, and then I accidentally played the Lootmonger because what I was doing was I was hovering over the Lootmonger to kind of like visualize how many lands I have left. But then I accidentally let it go, and then it stuck onto the battlefield, and I lost a land, which prevented me from playing the Orcish Bowmaster that I heisted from the Lootmonger. An opponent was stuck on 3 mana. They played a Tameo into a Brainstorm, and I couldn't play the Orcish Bowmaster because of that. I was just moments away from winning the game, and wow, that was probably the greatest displeasure I've actually had in a while playing Magic Arena. So I didn't want to see that game ever. I wasn't going to edit that video. So I decided to leave that one out of the video. So yeah, I think this deck was actually really good. Fear of Missing Out was actually way better than I expected, but I still don't think it's actually better than the Impetuous Lootmonger. Don't get me wrong, this card was good. It's just not even remotely close how good the Lootmonger is. Good versus creature because of the first strike. Good versus Orcish Bowmaster because it can't jump block. And good versus grindy matchups. You run out of card, you top deck a Lootmonger. Now you have 2 cards. Honestly, the only instance where this would be better than the Impetuous Lootmonger is if you're really trying to close out the game, like as you've seen from the first game. I missed it by a hair. I played a FOMO on turn 2. If I had one more turn, I lost on turn 3 from a Belcher deck because I went second. If I had one more turn, I could have Faithless Looting and then played the Hollow One for 1, and then Detective Phoenix that same turn, which would have been 12 damage from Hollow One, plus the Fear of Missing Out, which was 14 damage, which was actually enough to win the game because my opponent was playing a Belcher deck that was bolting themselves with their lands every single turn, and they were exactly at 14. So it does make FOMO really good in those kind of circumstances, but most of the times I think Impetuous Lootmonger is just gonna win it out. And having Fear of Missing Out and the Lootmongers together in the same deck did kind of make the deck feel a bit clunky, especially like if you didn't draw Hollow One or Detective Phoenix or Faithless Looting, and then you just have a bunch of these cards stuck in your hand, then you're like, what am I supposed to do with my hand? Like, do I have to discard the Lootmonger or do I have to discard the Fear of Missing Out? So now that is a true Fear of Missing Out, right? So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. I think the deck was good. Oh man, that that game where I played my Lootmonger before I played the land, that tilted me so hard. I decided to just cut that video entirely. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.